The big report that came out this week, and we're gonna have an interesting debate in regards to this one because I think we're all on somewhat of a different side of this. But it was reported by Murphy's Multiverse that hey, Charlie Cox has officially joined Spider-Man 3, and more than anything else he's ever posted, this spread like ultimate wildfire. Like,
Yeah, because it's huge.
this is huge. So
Huge.
the thing is, it's like if he is right on this, he scored on this one. If he's wrong on this one,
Ooh boy.
ooh boy, ooh,
Zach from
nobody will ever look at him seriously again for any report he makes. So, I guess let's go around, and talk about this. So, Tristan, how about you first? What's your feelings on this?
Uh, it's to me, it's okay and good. As I have no problems with it, but I think like I have the same feelings as Mitch. Is that I have a feeling that he would fit better if he appeared in She-Hulk instead.
Well, I, I'm also still trying to figure out if this thing is like even, is it
Yeah,
gonna happen here? Like, right? Like,
yeah,
that's the big thing. And I mean, Spider-Man 3 is already so loaded. You add Daredevil in there, that's huge. And I can
yeah,
understand the whole lawyer thing making sense. So,
yeah. It's like it's weird because like you wonder like would there even be enough time for him?
yeah.
That's the
And
thing. Like, if he is in there, it's literally going to be five
for
minutes.
yeah, like
Right.
for a cameo, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like they'll make sure you know it's Matt Murdock, and then that's it. He'll be gone.
and I would assume, like I've always said, if I was Feige and I wanted to put Daredevil in something, I said it from the beginning. I would toss him into one of the Sony like Spider-Man films to see how the crowd reacts because they got that mandatory must include two MCU characters deal. So it's like, hey Sony, why don't you test them out over here, see the reaction, and they could also maybe play around with some changes to Murdoch, like costume adjustments and all that. So I'm okay with it. My assumption would be, if he's appearing in this, and I believe he will to some degree, that you will have him in costume maybe at the beginning helping Spider-Man for like 2 minutes and then a courtroom scene just so posters and TV spots can have Daredevil on them and that's it.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, yeah.
you just
Um,
want that.
Right. This is what I don't understand. Daredevil's been in a 2-year moratorium period.
Hmm.
They haven't been able to do anything official with this character.
Right.
They haven't even been able to talk to Charlie Cox officially.
Yeah.
This says this has been like several months in the making. If that's true, Netflix can sue the ever living crap out of Marvel.
Right. Uh, unless
So I don't believe this. If it's true, fantastic, great. I do not believe it based on that alone.
that's my takeaway as well. And my only thing that I would go, well, maybe this is what they done is, what if Sony was willing to pony up whatever, like 50, $100 million or whatever, Netflix wanted to relinquish it early for use? I don't think they would because that's insane. Because that's I mean,
Well, here's the thing. Marvel have tried that before.
right.
In the last 2 years, they wanted the backlog back. Guess what? Netflix didn't take the money.
Yep.
Will they take it now to try it again? Probably. Netflix are in a bit of trouble right now. But they didn't take it before. So why would Netflix even let them put them in Spider-Man 3?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense and add up to me.
Yeah.
Especially after last night when Feige said you don't know who's going to show up in She-Hulk.
Right.
Yes, it can be literally anybody.
And
Absolutely anybody. But doesn't it make sense to have Matt Murdock come back
And
in a
that's-
courtroom drama show?
what I'm also following on. So whether Daredevil is back or not, we'll find out more soon. If it's Spider-Man 3, he would fit. He fits the bill. Like, he could work in there, but I just don't know. And who knows if they would even want to, and that's kind of like the thing where I'm stuck in the middle. I mean, we'll know soon enough, right? Like, at some point with how everything has went, somebody's going to go, Oh, well, excuse me, not somebody. Just Jared is going to have a photo of Charlie Cox on set.
Yeah.
So that's bound to happen.
It's like if I had to bet, I had to put more stock into him appearing in She-Hulk than Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Well,
because also, let's be honest, like Marvel and Netflix haven't got a relationship.
No.
No. Whatsoever. Like, they didn't enjoy their time working together the way Netflix has treated them ever since. Yeah, no,
Well,
you don't have to worry about ruining anything there.
To the extent of you saying that, remember, Netflix gave them the go-ahead, a thumbs up to work on Iron Fist Season 3, Luke Cage Season 3, and all this, and literally in the middle of writing after each season, they gave them a phone call and said, you're canceled. Yeah. Like,
I was going to say, Iron Fist, the next season was virtually written.
Yeah.
That was done.
Yep.
Now it's gone.
So we'll talk more about this soon, because Daredevil news is bound to keep on appearing until something officially confirms. And we'll talk more about it, obviously, in relation to the MCU.
Yeah.
So...
Because I just before we jump off on this, like, with this article, whether it's right or wrong, it's had the biggest reaction for Daredevil in 2 years.
Yep.
They will see this. They see his stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They will see this. They will know the reaction. This article is only really a good thing. It's a good thing for everyone else. Whether it works out a good thing for Murphy, who knows? That's future to find out and decide.
Yeah.
But this is all a good thing, because
this
pretty certain the first chance they got, they were talking.
Right, and this will bring us back to that whole argument of where everybody brings it up. They're like, well, Avengers Annihilation versus Endgame, what it ended up being. And it's that type of thing. If this turns out to be false for him, people are going to double and triple take everything he says. And if this turns out to be right, I mean, people are going to believe more of what he says. And it's... We only have a little bit of time, and like you said, this can only be good for Daredevil. There's no damage here. Even if it's not true, it's good, because Disney's going to have to look at what is trending, and Daredevil's been trending for weeks now. It's like, okay.
So how long has Daredevil been back? Last Sunday? In the last week, there's been nothing but Daredevil talk.
Exactly.
So it's keep the pace going, and regardless of what happens, he's going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say give it a few months before we hear anything.
That's,
like maybe February, March, around that time, I'd assume.
I could see that. So there we go. When we know more about Daredevil, we'll...